The wind in Gakona, Alaska, does not just blow, it screams with a metallic edge, a frigid reminder that you are standing at the ragged edge of the world. Here, amidst the stunted black spruce and the permafrost, lies a field of silver titans, 180 towering antennas rising from the earth like the ribcage of a forgotten god. This is HAARP. To the official records, it is the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. To the locals and the silent watchers across the globe, it is something much more sinister. A weather-altering machine, a weapon of tectonic terror, a silent conqueror of the human mind. The air around the facility feels heavy, charged with a tension that makes the hair on your arms stand up. It is the invisible touch of the ionosphere being manipulated. Imagine the sky not as a void, but as a vast electrified blanket wrapped around the Earth. HAARP is the finger that pokes that blanket, heating it to temperatures that defy nature, creating plasma mirrors that reflect radio waves back to the ground with the force of 1,000 suns. The story of this place doesn't begin with modern science, but with the ghost of Nikola Tesla, the man who dreamed of wireless power and directed energy. Tesla's long-lost patents for telegeodynamics and atmospheric heaters are the DNA of Gakona. When Bernard Eastland filed the patents that would become the foundation of HAARP, he didn't speak of radio research. He spoke of a shield that could knock missiles out of the sky and a tool that could redirect the jet stream itself. If you can move the jet stream, you can decide who eats and who starves, and you can pull a rainstorm away from a drought-stricken valley and dump it onto a coastal city until the streets turn to rivers. This is the silent war, a conflict fought not with lead and steel, but with frequencies. In February 2023, when the ground beneath Turkey and Syria ripped open in a cataclysmic earthquake, the world watched in horror. But the observers noticed something strange: blue flashes in the sky, a haunting ethereal glow that preceded the tremors. Some call it earthquake lights. Others see it as the signature of HAARP's extremely low frequency waves, vibrating tectonic plates. It is a terrifying thought that the Earth itself could be turned into a vibrator of destruction from thousands of miles away. But the reach of the silver forest goes deeper than the soil. It reaches into the very heartbeat of humanity. The Earth has a pulse, the Schumann resonance, vibrating at roughly 7.83 Hz. This is the same frequency as our brain's alpha waves, the state of calm and suggestibility. By pulsing the ionosphere at specific intervals, HAARP could, in theory, synchronize with the collective consciousness. Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplained wave of anxiety wash over a crowd? Or heard the hum, that low-frequency drone that drives people to the brink of madness in silent nights? The antennas in Alaska stand like a conductor's baton, ready to play the symphony of our emotions. As you stand behind the maps, looking at the satellite imagery of Gakona, you realize the world you see is just a thin veil. The sky is no longer a natural canopy, it is a laboratory. While the official spokespeople talk of auroral research, the military applications remain classified in the shadows. Russia has its own version, Sura, and China is rapidly expanding its atmospheric heating capabilities. We are living in an age where the weather is no longer an act of God, but a line of code in a military server. The clouds are the new camouflage, and the lightning is the new artillery. The tragedy of HAARP is that it is hidden in plain sight. It is a forest of silver in a land of white, a project that claims to be transparent while operating on black budgets that the public can never audit. The truth of HAARP is a cold one. We are no longer just inhabitants of the Earth, we are subjects in a global experiment. And as the silver antennas continue to hum in the Alaskan wind, the sky above us is no longer a limit. It is a weapon. The rain is no longer just water, it is a message, and the thunder, that is the sound of the world being remade. This is not just history, it is the reality of the unseen, the story that stays buried until you look behind the maps.